You're learning voiceover stuff?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So, I'm work with I'm working with a coach called Michael Ornstein, and that's who I'm doing my voiceover lessons with.
That's awesome. You got good eyebrows there. I see that eyebrow work you're doing there.
Somebody made a GIF of my like I kept doing the eyebrow wiggle, and then at the bottom of the screen it said AMC Princess Anna.
I love that. That's good. Well, it's lovely to meet you, Anna. It's great to meet you.
Good to meet you too. I have a few questions for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's Black History Month. What does that mean to you?
Black History Month means celebration to me. It's an amazing opportunity to celebrate all the amazing accomplishments that Black people have done over all the generations, but even more so, what I love is it's a chance for people to be educated about all the accomplishments and all the amazing gifts and talents that are in that community. So I'm always excited about Black History Month, and even more so to get an opportunity to talk about it. So yeah, so it's about celebration for me, Black History Month.
When you were my age, did you have any role models?
So you're what, 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
So when I was 5, I think my role model might have been my great grandmother, Nana Carroll. That's what we called her. She taught me lots of lessons, and she wasn't, I thought sometimes those lessons were really hard. They weren't fun to learn because she made me sit still before I could go out and play. So I didn't always like that. But what I discovered later is she was teaching me mindfulness. And I didn't know she was teaching me that when I was your age, but it's now something that I actively practice. So I really appreciate that about her. So she was one of my role models, my Nana Carroll.
How old were you when you wrote your first book?
How old was I when I wrote my first book? I was, oh man, let me see. That's 2005. I was 47. Ha! I did the math. I figured it out. Because my first book was published in 2004, 2005. So that made me around 47 years old. That's when I did my first book. And I've done 4 total now, but I did my first book when I was 47. So there's always time, right? You don't have to do it when you're really young. And I had a lot to say, but I wasn't ready to share it yet. So I think I had to wait a little bit to decide to write that book. But my best friend's mom actually was the one who encouraged me to write the book. She kept saying, you need to write a book. You need to write a book. And I said, who would read my book? And she said, there's another you out there that needs to know it's possible. So I wrote the book for someone else. I didn't write it for me.
Because you wrote it, you know what the words are.
I know, right? I know. That's so true.
What book was it?
Rules of the Red Rubber Ball. Here, I'll show you. So this is my first book. Yeah, and so it's got even a ball texture on it, on the cover. That's actual kickball material there. And that book has been in print for 15 years now.
What was there any colors, color in the pictures for?
Oh yeah, there's, look. Wait, there's pages that actually pull out, Anna. Look at this.
Oh wow.
So it's got all these fun little surprises inside it, different textured paper. So you get to discover lots of things when I did this book. That was partly what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a little book that made you linger, that you had to turn every page really slowly to discover something.
Cool. Why did you decide to start writing books?
So I've always loved books, and let me see. I'm going to show you my favorite. You know Where the Wild Things Are? Have you seen that book yet?
I have it, but
you have it? That was my favorite book when I was a kid. You have that book?
Yeah, Where the Wild Things Are.
That was my favorite book. So that's what inspired me to write books, because I've always loved books since I read that book when I was young.
Is that big red ball right there that has the question mark and the exclamation point on it some kind of play ball?
Yes, it is. It's a kickball, that one over there. And then do you see the big book behind me there?
Yeah.
The belonging book? Yeah, that's a giant one, right? So it's a big giant version of my book.
The giant book of all words of tell.
Yes, exactly.
What else do you enjoy doing besides writing books?
What else do I enjoy doing besides writing books? I actually enjoy meeting people. I get to do lots of speaking events, and so I get to meet lots of different people. And so I enjoy doing that. I like to work out. I like to do that. I also like to eat chocolate. Yes.
Love chocolate. And
You love chocolate?
Yeah. I've eaten like so much chocolate of all the different candies. I even got, my Nana got me some chocolate for my stocking too, so it could go in there.
Do you have a favorite chocolate that you like? Which one?
The one of them had like pink elephants on the box, and then when you pull the chocolate out, it has this like wonderful, amazing colors of sprinkles and frosting that are attached to it, and it's really good.
What's the name of that chocolate?
Pink elephant.
Oh, it's called Pink Elephant? Really?
Yeah.
Ha, that's awesome. I like that. Yeah, so we're both chocolate fans. I like that. See, we've got a lot of things that we enjoy together, you and I.
Mm-hmm. I also enjoy playing with my kitchen.
Oh, wow. I heard about you in that kitchen. I heard.
Guess what?
What?
I would like to show you something from my kitchen that's really cool.
Okay. What is that? What is that?
Listen, this is not real, but it looks real, doesn't it?
Yes.
This is a piece of play organic kale.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So I shouldn't eat that then if you offer that to me.
No.
Okay. I like it. Have you eaten kale?
Yeah. And like.
You like it?
Yeah.
I like kale also.
I would like to see your question mark exclamation point bowl.
Oh, you want to see it?
It's funny.
And I have it on my hat too.
I know.
Yeah, it's my symbol. It's called an interrobang. It's an actual grammatical symbol. It's a punctuation mark, but it means the question mark is curiosity and the exclamation mark is the bang, energy. So that's what I try to be, curious and energy.
Look at that huge ball behind you.
I know, that's a painting. A friend of mine did that painting. Do you see the big book behind me?
Yeah.
So that's my belonging book. So look how you can tell how big it is because you see me standing next to it now. And this is the actual size of the real book, right? So you can tell the difference.
Is there any words in that other one?
No, it's just a mock-up. I actually had the whole book printed and I gave it to a couple of friends, kids, as a gift. So that one's just the cover.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? Sometimes it's red. Sometimes it's blue. But most times I like, I don't know, like white, which is really not like a typical color, but red and blue and white, but not necessarily red, white, and blue. Yes. But I'll always wear or have something around me that is red because red's the energy color. What's your favorite color?
Pink, blue, and purple.
Oh, why?
Because those are comforting and familiar, like Google says.
Like Google says.
Yeah, we have Google. So whenever you say hey, you have to say Google after that.
Hey, Google, right? And then that's, so pink What were the colors again? Pink,
purple.
purple.
I found a list on the website newidear.com.au.
That's so
I
good.
guess she heard you.
She must have heard me. That's my energy, huh? I set her off. Oh, that's funny. Well, it was wonderful to talk to you.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Google is so weird.
I know.
I think Google has to stop interrupting you.
I know, right? Well, thank you so much for the conversation. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yes, it was wonderful to meet you.
Remember, don't eat play kale.
I won't eat your kale, even though it's organic. Take good care.
Take good care. Bye.
Bye. Be well.